Hello and welcome back. If you've been following for a while now, you might remember when I transformed this builder grade dining room last year. At the time, I was quite pleased with the progress, but I will admit that the project felt a bit unfinished. Today, I'd like to share with you how the space has continued to evolve over the past year and why I honestly love it even more now than I did back then. From the very beginning, I envisioned the dining table as the focal point of the room. Everything else was designed around it. The room was always about symmetry. When I first finished it, as you'll see, I only had one bookcase on either side. And while it looked nice, the bookcases were small and narrow, so having only one bookcase on each side just felt a little incomplete. Once I added the second pair of bookcases, everything finally clicked. The room reminds me of a library meets garden room, which was the exact atmosphere I was hoping to create. One of my favorite things about these shelves are they aren't just decorative. They've become a home to my cookbook collection, my ever-growing blue and white collection, little kitchen pieces, family photographs, and treasures we've collected along the way. And yes, I still have to fill in some of my newer frames with new pictures. But I feel like these little touches make a home feel personal. The room no longer feels decorated, it feels layered, and to me there's a big difference between these two things. One thing people often notice is that the chandelier isn't there anymore. When we first moved in, I wasn't happy with where it had been installed because it forced the dining table to be in a completely different position. The balance of the room never felt quite right, and rather than designing around the chandelier, I decided to design around the room. Removing the chandelier allowed me to center the table exactly where I had envisioned it from the very beginning. If this were our forever home, I would have relocated this chandelier, but because this is a rental, I chose to invest in the things that would have the biggest impact while working with the space instead of against it. So one of my new favorite additions to the space is the bar cart and gallery wall. One of my favorite pieces hanging there is a piece of artwork that I brought home with me from Dublin, and every time I walk past it, I'm reminded of such a wonderful week. So that's really the story of this room. Instead of focusing on what I couldn't change, like the wall color or lighting, I worked with what I had, and honestly, I think it turned out quite lovely. Sometimes I think limitations make us more creative. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the evolution of this room, and I'll see you in my next video.